that is haunted. Right from the start, dear, built on an acre of sand.
Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. We have an exciting show for y'all today. I am Zeta, and
I'm Kelly, and we have a special guest with us today, Erika Lynn Lewis. Woohoo! Welcome, Erika.
Crowd goes crazy, Erika. She just like laughs.
Laugh at the crowd. That's nice.
So we're trying to bring in guests for different purposes. Sometimes it's to talk about conversations, just to bring them in the conversation, get a new viewpoint. But it also is to promote. And so we're here to promote our friend Erika Lynn Lewis. I highly suggest as soon as this podcast is over that you look her up on Spotify, and you look her up on YouTube. And where else can we find you?
24 platforms. Take your pick.
Okay, all of the
Apple,
above.
Amazon, all of it.
All of the ones you find are podcast, I'm sure.
Right.
All the major ones. So Erika's here. She has a show upcoming. So we're going to talk about the music first. And then we're going to talk about the show. But first, I want to tell you how I know her, because it's kind of a long story that I'm going to make really short.
It's a really funny story, too.
Erika and I have known each other since we were 5.
Here we go.
Erika's heard it a million times. She tells me not to tell the story, so now I leave our age out. But everybody knows my age, and, she wasn't born yet when this story happened, apparently. So Erika and I met and the first day of first grade at Red Oak Elementary in Red Oak, Texas, and I bit her. She cut in line, and I bit her.
That was the shortest version I've ever heard.
That's just the truth. I bit her. I was a biter. I was a biter. And so she cut in line, and I bit her. And so they sent us both to the principal's office because I guess we started fighting. All I remember is the bite. I don't know if we actually fought. I mean, like, we probably yelled.
She was vicious.
I was.
First grader.
I'm pretty sure I drew blood. Like, I bit. Like, it was no joke.
She was not joking around.
I did it to my mom. I bit the back of her leg when I was like 3.
Okay.
Left a scar. Anyway, so I bit her. They sent us to the principal's office, Mrs. Shaw, Joy Shaw. And Eric had gone to kindergarten there. I had not. And so she already had a little reputation, I guess.
Actually, I did not.
You didn't?
I went to Lancaster.
How'd they know you?
But I'll tell you this. It was back when corporal punishment was still in effect, and I got it all the time.
You did. I remember.
I sure did.
I never did.
Bullshit. I don't know how they did that, how they got away with it.
Yeah. So they sent us to the principal's office, and somehow it became Erika's fault, and they sent me back to class.
She obviously instigated. Well, I mean, she did cut. I mean, she instigated
she cut in
it.
line, you know.
I was 6. Give me a break. I didn't know.
Yeah, she didn't know any better. She's still cutting in line. What are you talking about?
I know, right? Were you holding my
I'm still
spot for me?
biting, so it all works
Yeah.
out. Yeah, so we've been friends a minute.
Just the other day at my kid's football game, I was like, "Hey, girl, how you been? Thank you for waiting." I cut in line.
I'm not.
Did anybody bite you?
I didn't get bit.
Oh, well.
No, I wasn't there.
Lucky.
But that was the beginning of our friendship. We've shared a lot of years knowing each other, obviously, been through some ups and downs. And a lot of her music really speaks to me because I've been through it with her, a lot of it. But she's been through it with me, a lot of it. And so it's just very relatable to life and relationships. And a lot of her music, if not all of it, is about relationships, really. Would you say that?
Well, there's a couple you haven't heard, but the album is definitely a chapter, and the chapter is divorce and all the crap
That's usually
that
a
comes
big one.
with it. Yep.
That's a big chapter.
So, yeah.
So tell them a little bit about your album. I think we should talk first about the song that is the beginning of the podcast song, because Kelly stars in the video.
That's me.
So if y'all want to talk about, if you want to talk about the song and what brought you to write the song, and then if y'all want to talk about the video, however y'all want to do it, but y'all have at it.
The house is haunted. It is haunted, metaphorically and literally. When I wrote it,
Yeah.
they're both staring at me, nodding their heads. If y'all could just get a visual here. I know it's all audio, but we need visuals.
We're good listeners.
We're
We're trying to be. We're trying to be.
working on
They're like
getting
twins.
video.
They're in sync.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, so the album is basically about where we are as women, our age, what we've gone through, the disappointments in life, all just lives and the heartaches and relationships gone awry. You've given it your all, and it didn't really pan out. So plan B,
Plan B.
maybe C or D, whatever I'm on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, it's just kind of plan A plus.
It's a journey.
It is,
I'm on a journey.
Yeah, it's just the beginning of the next story.
Sweet. Yeah, it's pretty
New
sweet
chapter.
Right
So, how did Kelly end up in the video? What was that about? What'd y'all do that weekend?
well, I like pretty girls starring in these videos, or it's just a story. It's a story. It's something interesting to look at, and Kelly's definitely a looker.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was so much fun too. And I loved that experience because it was so intimate. Because it was just me and you and the cameraman. And this amazing house that we were in and that vineyard. It was so beautiful, and it was so much fun being able to do that. That's my first time I was ever in front of a camera doing anything like that.
It's such a natural.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
And
wow.
and hats off to our camera guy too, because he was amazing and he made it so easy, and I really loved it. It was a great experience.
And if you watch the video, Kelly is laying in is it a river? Or
It
creek?
is.
It is a river.
In Austin. Yeah.
And it is freezing, let me tell you that.
And
Okay.
yes, the drone was dying, so we had to get this shot like quick because the drone was dying.
Yeah.
So we got the drone like 40 feet up in the air, whatever, however much
Yeah,
up there.
I started off standing in the river, and that was
Yeah.
fine. It was
And then-
super cold, but he was like, "How do you feel about laying down in it?"
No,
I was
he's
like, "How do
yelling.
I feel about it?"
I feel cold already.
I will
thinking
do
about it.
whatever you tell me to. And so I just laid down in the river, and it was
Well, I took a video of it and I revisited it the other day, and it was him yelling at you, "Get in the water! Get in the water!"
okay. So maybe it wasn't so smooth.
yeah, no, I was like, and she did. She's like, "Fuck it, let's do this. I'm about to freeze."
Yeah, but that was crazy because his drone was literally about to die, and he's like, "We've got to get this right now." And so he was like, "Get it."
Yeah.
And so I'm down. He sends it up.
You would never know.
One
It's so
shot,
perfect.
and then
What?
after that, it was a one shot take, and
was
after
a
that,
one-shot
it
take.
came down, and that drone was done.
Wow, it's so perfect.
And he's like, "I think we got it." I was like, "Oh, I'm glad."
better because we don't have another
The
choice.
next video, I believe we broke that drone.
Oh no.
Sorry, Anthony.
We love you.
And then Gloria.
So what is your next song? What do you?
Girls, so we've got 3 songs, and Kelly's on all of them. I've got 3 girls with me that I absolutely adore: Kelly, Darla, and Regina. And we've completed 3, and we have 5 more, and we're about 90% done with them. We just have to get our parts.
Yeah.
So as soon as this is done, we have a PR agency. We're literally gonna just kick the gates right open because we have sponsorship now. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited about
Yeah.
that. I'm very excited for you.
yeah, us. No, it's us, girl.
Oh, no, I mean-
it's us.
Yeah, but Kelly and Erika recently were on a radio station and got to go in and do like a interview.
Yeah.
KNON.
KNON.
That
It
was
real
fun.
sweet.
Yeah, that was a neat little thing. Erika makes things randomly happen.
It's weird.
It is.
My journey's weird. It's a fun, weird journey. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'd say about probably 2 years ago, we were at the cabin for Girls Weekend, and I was like, first off, almost all my friends are really good singers.
We do have a lot of singers.
It's
in
weird,
our
right?
group.
It's weird, right? Like the only ones that can't sing are like me and Mary. Sorry, Mary.
Is Melindy a singer? Yeah, Melindy sings
can
too.
sing. Brandy can
Oh,
sing
no,
and-
that weekend, me, Brandy, Melindy freaking just went out and just did karaoke in the random podunk town. That was
And Brandy's
great.
like, I can't sing. Girl can sing.
Oh,
She
yeah,
just
she
doesn't want
can.
to.
No, yeah, she doesn't want you to know that she can, but she can bust it out.
Well, she should stop singing karaoke in front of me if she doesn't want me to know. But she can sing. They can all sing. And so we're sitting around the cabin. I don't know if we were in the water or what. I've said it a bunch. Why can everybody sing but me? I have no talent. Like, I cannot sing. I
there's
can't.
a
You
couple
have
more that
have
can.
lots of talent.
No, I do. I can
Zeta.
talk. And so Erika says to me,
Yeah,
well, you
you
can
can.
talk. You just got to do something with that. You
Give
can
to
talk.
gab.
Yeah, that's what
And
she
you
said.
can write too.
I can
you
write.
You should just focus more on writing and actually
Yeah, the plan is to write a book. I do have that plan.
That'd
And
be
I do have an outline of a book.
You've got an
Nice.
amazing story.
There's a lot of stories, but you know, the thing about writing a book is probably like writing a song, is that you've got to put all this stuff together in a song. You don't have to put it in order, but you're trying to get a point across.
Yeah, you got to get a flow.
You got to have a point. There's got to be, I don't know what the point of my book would be, and that's what I've been trying to figure out, because do people really want to just hear about things? Yeah, they're going to want to hear about the hippie commune things. They're going to want to hear about the ranches and, that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of stuff in there not so interesting. You know, I mean, it's not. I was married for 15 years. Not a lot happened during that decade and a half, y'all.
It's gonna be the boring chapter.
We're just gonna leave like 5 chapters with nothing written. Nothing. It'll just be like chapter 8. Nothing. No, literally blank pages. And then the next chapter, we're gonna have to have like 15 of them. Clearly,
got pregnant here
again and again. And
again.
Yeah. And so, like a year or two ago, we're talking about this and everything. Well, it's been more than a year because I hadn't started the other podcast yet, I don't think. And so we were talking about it. Erika's like, you've just got to do something with talking. You've just got to do something with talking. And I've always had someone tell me I should write a book. So that's when I started. Actually, I knew like 3 people that wrote books. And I was like, I got way better stories than these people.
Okay, well, never mind. Well, tell me later.
Yeah, tell me later. I don't mean they're not bad books. You wouldn't know. I don't think you would know any of them. I don't think you would. They're not boring books. Don't get me wrong. Oh. But like, this one's not boring. So I don't mean it boring. I just, it's not something I would know even how to read. But my cousin is in real estate and does very well for himself. You know, and reinvented himself in real estate. He did like oil. He worked on oil rigs and stuff offshore. And after COVID, he decided, I'm going to get into real estate. And so he got into real estate. And I'm not talking selling houses. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something in the finance or flipping and all of the above. I don't know. He wrote a book about it.
Your cousin?
Yeah, he wrote a book.
Is he hot?
Yeah, he is. Have you seen my family?
No, I mean, I haven't seen him. Where have we missed him?
He is a very, very attractive man. He is. He is a very attractive man. Lives in Houston.
Later too.
And so he wrote a book, and then I have another friend that wrote a book, and I'm not going to say it was a boring book. It wasn't. Theirs was about something religious. I'm not going to read that.
Are you just certain he's not going to listen to this? Or you just?
No, he might listen to it. My cousin might listen to it. Yeah, no, he might. He won't care. He'll laugh at me. I assure you, there'll be no problem.
All right.
They're all as mouthy as I am, if not more.
And shit.
You know. No. But anyways, I just started thinking I really could, but then you got to put it in chronological order, and my memory's really bad. And
really?
Yes, I don't know what happened, but the last few years, my memory's really bad. Like, I remember things, but I forget things, and I used to not forget anything. Yeah. I was like in ninth grade. In ninth grade, I can remember what I wore the first day of school to ninth grade, 10th grade, 11th grade. Can't remember if I told you a story an hour ago.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
Short-term memory is different than long-term memory.
It is weird.
A fruit that can stimulate the brain cells and make it.
Yes, there is. You know what? There is. And one time, and I'm not even. This is not a joke. This is a true story.
Like
I looked into this one time and I researched it, and I don't remember what it was.
Oh, obviously.
But I found. Yeah, this is the funny
Pun
part.
intended.
And so I'm like, I'm going to Walmart and I'm gonna get this vitamin that you're supposed to take. And so I get to Walmart and I bought everything but the damn vitamin.
It's called growing old.
You know, and I was like, God does not want me to remember this, so I'm just going to go with this. But Rick gets mad at me all the time. You don't listen. I'm like, I really do listen, but I forget right after you say it.
Yep.
I mean, there's only so much room in here. Like, there's only so much. And
their storage is full.
My storage is full. And how am I going to remember
So's mine.
very random things that have no importance in life if I'm remembering the important things? So something's got to go. It's going to be the important things, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what my brain has decided. But I remember biting you the first day. You see what I mean?
Yeah, those are core memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this is so stupid. And I told Shelly this, though. We have a friend, Shelly, that we grew up with. Erika's really close to her. But I've known Shelly since first grade as well. And she was about the cutest kid you've ever seen.
She still is.
She was like someone shrunk a kid and made him a smaller kid.
Yeah.
You know, wrong? Am I wrong?
She was like midget feet.
She was just like so tiny. I just wanted to pick her up, and we're the same age. She might be a little older. I don't know. So first grade, she had these white blue jeans with a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader patch on the butt.
Oh.
And they were adorable. I had never watched the Dallas Cowboys. Nobody in my family watched the Dallas Cowboys. We weren't sports people, except my dad, but he didn't even live in Dallas.
Hey, Shelly, remember those pants? You could
She
probably
did.
fit
We
it on
talked
again.
about them. I said, Shelly, remember those pants? Because those were badass in
Did
1980.
Did she remember them?
Yeah. Yeah. They were, how can you not remember those amazing type pants? Those are some badass pants.
Core memory.
Core memory. Yeah, can't remember anything else. Like me not remembering her and I talking just a minute ago about a podcast we did a week ago.
Oh, well.
This is why we have a podcast book that we are a podcast planner book.
I have to write down things so I remember the episodes. It's
and
ridiculous.
I make us itineraries. I have to write stuff down for myself all the time, but I've always had to do that. Though it isn't a new thing.
I've
always had to write myself letters or notes and just keep them posted different places, like on the mirror in the bathroom. So when I'm walking in, obviously I'm going to go brush my teeth, and so I'm like remind myself of everything that I need to do.
What's really crazy, knock on wood, is that at work I don't ever forget stuff. Like, I'm so good at getting my stuff done and remembering things.
It's a routine. It's regimented.
I don't have a routine.
Well,
No. I'm in sales.
Maybe you're just good at your job.
So, like, people...
Maybe you're just a completely different person at work.
Maybe. Yesterday, I put this on Facebook.
Just clock in your
yesterday,
brain.
this guy that's a temporary employee, he's been there like 2 months. He's not going to be permanent. And I bring him food a lot because y'all know my love language is food. And so when I have leftovers that nobody's going to eat, like after the second day, I take them to work for anyone that wants my leftovers. And the guys love it. I work with almost all men. And so this guy notices isn't eating at lunch. And I don't know if he's not eating for a reason. I don't know. Why is he not eating? I don't know. And he's sitting there with his Bible out highlighting verses.
Oh, Lord.
Exactly. Oh, Lord. And so I'm like, I gotta feed this guy. Like, I don't know if he has a reason he's not eating. So I start.
He's Catholic. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on with it. And so, and he's never told me, and it's not really my business. But I do always bring extra food. So I always just tell everybody they can have it. But now I'm like, you want it? And he eats it every time.
First
and
dibs.
Happy as could be.
Aww.
So of course I look real nice to him, you know. And he works in the back. I work in the office, like, so we don't interact a lot throughout the day, just at lunch. And occasionally I see him. And so yesterday he goes, I just can't imagine you yelling at anyone or being mean to anybody.
Really?
And I had like three other coworkers standing. They all lost their shit. They were like, "You what? Where? She is in a man's world in construction, and no, she's the meanest one. She just waits to strike." And I was like, "Yes, I'm not mean, but I'm gonna put someone in their place."
Well,
you know,
I think that's a big difference.
yeah, Erika will definitely put someone in their place. I've seen.
No,
Erika
Erica's
on
mean.
occasion.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
Lots of stories around that, apparently, lately, as of late.
You being mean.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, too.
Yeah. Well, so that brings us up to your shows. We need to talk about what shows you got going on before we move past this topic of conversation we've already gotten off of.
How about them bones?
Y'all just got
I know, right?
Yeah, so we have Union 28 just opened up in Waxahachie.
Midlothian.
In Midlothian.
Ellis County.
Start, rewind. Hey,
Take two,
cut,
take two.
Slice. Union
We're at this
28. I just forgot. Union 28 just opened up in Midlothian.
Yes.
It's a really sweet spot. My friend Courtney Stewart said it was really cool. Showed me a video. It was packed.
Yeah.
We're going to play there. Me and Kelly, Regina, and Darla. We're all going to play there.
I'm excited for that show.
I am too.
That's the one that you shared on
11-5.
Facebook.
Let me get that up real quick. 11-5.
November
Oh my
5th.
gosh, you're just going to scare them.
I said, Erika, stay in one area of the microphone.
She's doing this.
And she's like, I don't get up close to the microphone. I'm loud.
I watch Mariah Carey a lot, so I know how to work this mic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're all over it. You're all up in it.
I'm up in it.
You lied. You're all up in it.
All up in it.
I
So
know.
we got
She
the
gets
11-5,
excited.
and then we have 11-12. So 11-12 is Cedar Creek Lake.
Gun Barrel City.
Justin Damiano from Dallas, or actually Cedar Creek. Yeah, Gun Barrel City Festival. And that's with 40 Acre Mule, Summer Dean.
Matt Hilliard. I love him.
Who doesn't love Matt Hilliard?
I don't know how you couldn't.
I know. So yeah, I'm really I'm actually happy, and I'm grateful that I'm on all this stuff. They called me. So,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Isn't that a nice step when they start calling you?
Well, I've taken a lot of rejection in my life. Let me tell you, it's paying off. I mean, persistency. I mean, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So
That is the truth.
yeah,
And I think that it's
that's
really it's,
my meanness. That's where that comes in.
well,
handy.
you know what? It does come in handy. And if you were a man, they wouldn't be calling you mean.
I'm not really mean, y'all. I'm just joking. I mean,
I get called
mean,
mean.
if
I
we
get
have
called
to,
mean all the time.
I'm just direct, and I mean, I'll tell you how. You ain't got to guess how I feel. I'll tell you. So
That is a very
I mean,
accurate.
and I love people like that. I think
Yeah.
I respond well to people like that too.
Not everybody does.
Let's don't guess. Let's just tell me. Be
Yeah.
consistent.
Well, it's like
Be an asshole. Be consistent, asshole.
yeah. You can be like Rick. No.
A consistent. Now that's a consistent asshole.
Sexy asshole.
Right before we left, I know. Well, you got he gets bonus points for that. I told him as I was leaving the house, I'm getting ready in the bathroom, and I'm like, and I'm not doing much, but I'm getting ready real quick, and he's sitting in the bedroom, and he's like talking to me, and he's like griping about something, and not really anything. It's just how he talks.
Yeah, he's
everything
irritated. He says.
Everything is mean, but it's not. It's just he thinks he's funny.
Language.
And it's and so I was like, listen, you're a bully. We just had this conversation. You are a bully. You're a bully. Yeah.
So
You just call it like he sees it, but I don't really know Rick.
Yeah, no, because I can't take him in public. Man's mean. No, he's not mean.
she's smart. Okay.
Yeah.
He's a creature of habit, and anything that's outside of his norm
It's foreign.
is
Invader.
foreign, and he does not want it. We have an ongoing conversation about how he might be autistic as well.
We're just gonna leave that door open. You know.
Yeah,
What
he agrees. He's with me on
Switch
this.
of Asperger's.
A little bit. Anyway, so he's ridiculous. So I told him too about your show, and I was like, "Listen, November 5th,
You gotta go.
you got to go,
You gotta put a shirt on.
and
gotta
you're
put
gonna
shoes
go.
On, and you gotta go.
That's what he sounds like. The other day, he came in the kitchen the other day, and before he said a word, because he comes in the kitchen every time Zaylee comes out of her door of her bedroom into the kitchen, because it's right off the kitchen. She goes in there and she'll be gone forever. Then she comes out and she'll complain about something.
Oh.
So every time she comes out, he's like, imitates her. And he's like, right, blah, 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 and he imitates her, right? And then Zol comes out and he imitates Zol. And then he imitates me. And it's all the same voice. We all have the same voice. So I'm like, so he comes out yesterday, and all three of us, without any kind of practice at all, he walks out, we all go, rah, 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 like imitating him. Like
Imitating you.
he's like a T-Rex. Like, rah. And he laughed. He actually found it a little bit funny.
Well, that's good.
What are you going to do?
Everybody's settling in nicely, it sounds like.
Yeah, well, we're working on it, yes. And so I think I got him talked into coming to the show. And I posted about the show on Facebook. And if y'all want to find Erika on her social media, you want to plug all your social medias?
Erika Lynn Lewis Music, and that's .com. That's Instagram, it's Facebook,
All the above.
everything. Yeah. It's just Erika Lynn Lewis Music.
Easy.
We just got an LLC.
Oh, Erika with a K.
That's right, Erika Lynn Lewis, and you gotta put Lynn, and you gotta put the K.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I'm Zeta Owens, obviously, and
Z.
and Z Mamacita on Instagram, and Kelly is Kelly Lady Pearl
With a K.
with a K as well. I have no K. I feel left out.
With a Y.
With a Y. This is another moment where it sounds like we're just at the cabin.
Yeah.
It happens a lot with us.
Yeah.
We just go there.
There's no audience. We just
I really wish we were at the cabin right now. That'd be really
If
nice.
we could get portable equipment and take it to the cabin for a weekend,
Can't we?
fun.
We
Probably
can do
could.
anything.
we could at least see
Anything we want.
what the quality is off of, different
Oh,
recording
Sans
devices.
Saba.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
it's-
whatever we used to record off of.
it just has to have good sound quality.
Oh.
Yeah, so it'll sound the
That's
same.
right. It's a recording. It's not, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's all we gotta have.
You don't even have to have internet.
And knowing you got somebody that's got something with good sound quality.
indeed.
There we go. Sold.
Indeed.
Sold.
Where's my gavel?
Let's go.
I know.
You just anything to get me to San Saba. Anything.
Yeah, we're working on
Let's
it.
go.
We're working on another trip. It's coming up. We're doing a fall trip. I'm gonna make it
I know
happen.
our little trip the other day. We took a trip. Where did we go?
We went to Green, which is right outside Austin, Texas.
It's
Yeah.
spelled Grune. Did I spell it right?
Gruene. Gruene. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got to go out just for one night. She had a show out there.
That was
and-
actually really special.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun, and I wished it could have been longer, but that's got me itching for another road trip. Like I
Yep.
want to
Yeah.
go somewhere,
See?
even if it's just overnight, even if it's just for a night. Like
Who's got a bus out there? Anybody? Want to get a bus? and Just drive us around.
We'll
Pay for
entertain you.
gas. Yeah.
yes, we were very entertaining.
Feed you.
So whenever y'all went out there, did you get to perform a few songs, or what did you
So
get
it
to
was
do?
a singer-songwriter circle, and a guy had dropped out. So I was talking to my buddy Chad Pope and Dallas Burrows, and they were like,
Two awesome guys.
they are amazing. So I think they got kind of, well, first off, somebody duped out. So when we filled it, they realized, holy shit, this is all old country dudes with, gray hair just out here just plucking along doing the same stuff. So this is actually fun for them. It was entertaining. We didn't even know there was a crowd there. It was about us.
Yeah.
It was about us on stage as
Yeah.
performers, and just,
We used to do that at the Rocket on Sunday nights. The
Oh, really?
ranch.
well, they should do that again.
The ranch. radio station here would do a live show on Sunday nights from the Rocket, and it was a singer-songwriter circle.
So that's what I'm going to do on the 5th. I'm going to do that on the 5th.
Yeah.
And we're all going to sit there and swap songs with Regina.
Well, it was really like cool. That. Were they telling stories, too, about the songs or anything?
Not really. Yeah. It was poop. You know.
They just would kind of tell a little quick
You're supposed to.
story about what...
I mean...
Yeah, but some people are talkers and some people aren't talkers, you know. So you might get a little bit out of them. But
I told a couple dirty jokes.
Yeah, she did.
That's not shocking.
She like testing the waters. How bad can we get before we start running people off?
How was their reaction to that? And y'all were the only women, right?
They were. No, there was Bear there.
Yeah,
a really cute chick we met.
She was awesome too, man. She's a really good songwriter. Yeah.
What's her name?
Bear Ryan.
Yeah.
So people you need to look up. You need to look up Bear Ryan. You definitely need to look up Chad Pope and Dallas Burrows.
Amazing. They're all amazing. So amazing. It was so much fun. I loved sitting there and listening. I got lost in it.
Yeah.
Well, anyone that's not from Texas, because we have quite a few listeners not from Texas, but anyone that's not, Green Hall is
Austin.
It's famous. It is extremely famous. It is.
Well, we weren't at Green Hall.
We were
at Vila at the Green, so it was like an event center. It was nice and new and. But yeah,
it was so much fun.
The boys set that all up. Yeah.
That's really cool.
We're gonna do it again.
Oh, good.
And they're gonna come here. I forgot. So October 29th.
Yeah, I was about to say. I thought that Chad was coming down this month, right?
Yes, Chad's gonna come down and he's gonna play. Y'all have, if you're in Deep Ellum, don't be scared. It's during the day, from 2 to 5 on October 29th at 3 Links. Chad. And I'm trying to get Dallas down here, too.
Oh, that would be so cool.
And then Regina's going to play, and then Kelly will be there. I'm trying to get Darla, but I don't want to push it. She's got so many other things to come down for.
Well, you're keeping all these people busy.
Yeah, she keeps us very busy.
I have to have it.
I know. Well, between you and I, we got Kelly running around like crazy.
I know.
Yeah, my schedule.
I need her to quit her day job. I need her.
I can't. No, I can't.
Yeah, day jobs are the birds.
She's constantly busy.
I know. It's okay.
I know. I don't have
kids. I can popular.
I can do anything. I know. She
really
can talk. She can sing. She's really pretty. She's a trifecta.
Shit.
That's what they call that.
I don't want to have to quit my job, and I don't want to have to dump my boyfriend. So I'm just gonna have to time manage a little bit better.
I understand.
So I take her down there with me, and we go into. I'm shopping new producers. I just kind of want to just feel around, see what's out there besides Dallas producers. So. We go down there, and this guy's worked with Paul Coffin. He's worked with Charlie Crockett. He's worked with some really decent people.
Love Charlie Crockett.
Kelly, ringer.
Of course.
She's like, we're gonna go meet this producer, and you're gonna go in with me. And I was like, okay. Like, and I would have.
JT, if you're listening, which I don't know, I kind of hope you're not.
No, I loved it, but we get out, and he has got this awesome house. Like, his whole house is a studio. You walk in, and it's like a 2-story house. And the living room is just all studio equipment, and then he has a room off to the side that he does all the mixing and stuff in. So it's amazing. I'm just walking, and I'm in like awe. Yeah. She has to go to the restroom like right off the bat. So
that's shocking.
That's fine because
I'm 4 hours in the car. I do not stop. We do not pass go. We do not collect $200.
No, we did not. We were holding it. I was been there right after she was. But so I'm talking to him, and I'm like asking him. And of course, I don't know anybody. You know what I mean? And I live under a rock, and I don't have social media, and I don't look up people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I talking to him, asking him questions about himself, like trying to get to know him and who he is, and the same with me. And then she comes
it worked.
out. Yeah.
So she got back. She goes, basically, I'm Erica's arm candy, and I'm okay with that.
Well, he texted us in the car, and he was like, "Hey, it's really good to meet you and your cute friend Kelly."
Your cute friend Kelly.
I was like, "Dude, I don't give a fuck what we're in. I don't care how we got in."
She's like, "I'm bringing her. I'm bringing." She's like, "We can't wait."
When do you want us? I'm still waiting on her to text me. JT, can you text me? I'm waiting. Yeah. God.
We're gonna have to put a warning label that Erika and the F-bombs, which I'm an F-bomb queen as well.
Okay. We already told them.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I put adult rating on the show before it even started, knowing.
Yeah, we knew.
You just tell your kids back there when y'all speak, muff their ears, kids.
It's not even without cussing. It is not a kid show because we talk about
definitely. Oh, I want to tell you my little story. So, I sing in church on Sunday, and so
we go straight from that.
No, it's funny though.
Hey, you dirty slut. I'm in church on Sunday, repenting every day. Every week.
It's all about balance, okay? And so I'm talking to our like worship leader because she's telling me how she really wants me there more because she wants me to be able to lead and sing more songs, which I understand, but
sorry, girl.
I mean, my schedule's
dibs.
crazy.
Yeah.
And so I tell her, I was like, well, I've actually got my schedule moved around now so that I can make it to Wednesday night practice because usually we've been doing a podcast and recording podcasts on Wednesdays. And so I talked to Zeta and we got it moved around. And she's like, oh, I didn't know you did a podcast. That's cool. And the preacher's wife is right behind me because she's also sings in the choir. And she's like, oh, you do a podcast? Are you going to send me the link to it? And I just look at it and I'm like, no. And she's like, what? And I was like, well, no, I will. But it is adult, it's adult content.
But you know what? I think that everybody, especially probably religious people, I mean, don't correct me if I'm wrong, but
I won't.
Everybody needs that window. Everybody needs that green light to be okay and just let it loose.
Oh, I know. I totally
agree.
offer
Green light.
I was just giving her a disclaimer.
I
was just like, disclaimer.
Yeah, let it be known. It's okay to fuck up. It's okay to say it's okay to drink a little whiskey and smoke a cigarette out back and let your kids not see you. I mean, it's fine.
It's very specific.
It's all right.
This is why Erica's our good friend.
I trust these vices. These are the vices I trust.
Yeah. That's a good song.
Girl,
write that down.
I have been writing like crazy.
That's a great song right there.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
We'll
write that down.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll go with it.
Darla and I are about to get in front of these writers. We're going to co-write Paul Cawthon. Now, anybody know who Paul Cawthon is? How's it go? Cocaine country dancing with you. Okay, yeah, was that good?
That was amazing.
You sounded just like him. It was
I know,
crazy.
Did you hear that bubble in my throat? Yeah, it was beautiful. Yep. My Zyrtec didn't kick in today, so. But anyway, yeah, we're about. It's amazing. We're about to in stride hit some stuff, and yeah, it's. I mean, all I can do is just say, hang on and watch and wait.
What's really cool about it, though, too, is that you took a break from music.
Well. And
you came back with such a vengeance.
Well.
And your passion.
You know why?
Yes, I know why.
But tell us why.
But why don't you tell? I'm not even asking you to tell us why because that's personal if you want it to be.
Well,
but I mean,
we get personal on this podcast.
Shakes your life up. You never know what it's like to have your life shaken up like that until you go through it. And
amen.
It's so common. I'm like, how does everybody do this shit? I don't get it. I don't understand how people.
I saw a lady on TikTok today and she was talking about. She was like, "Can we please?" Or can these judges please stop asking parents to co-parent when one of them you can't co-parent with, and you are treating us like we're equals when one of them is destroying their children and I'm having to hand them back. And it wasn't just about custody. Wow. It was about, about 30% of the population has a mental illness. And so
I believe it's probably more than that.
I mean, yeah.
And so it's really hard to co-parent with a narcissist or somebody that has, some kind of serious issue, whether it be their fault or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that is true. It has become the norm that they push it. And if you can't do it, you're shamed.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would have never guessed through my divorce that it would have gone as ugly as it did. I never saw that
you
coming.
Never do.
I never saw it coming.
Ugly.
I mean, even my parents who didn't care for him never saw it coming. They were even like, I can't even believe all this mess. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so it's crazy. And like you with your music and finding your voice again.
Yeah, so that's what it was. So and just to set the whole thing straight, he's a wonderful father. It was his relationship with me. Just in case you're listening out there. Yeah, he's a great dad. It was just really us as a team.
Right.
It didn't work anymore, and I'm like, moving on.
You're getting a good album out of it.
Yeah, I wrote some really, to me, satisfying, amazing shit. So
yeah,
here we are.
There's a lot of really good albums that come after a breakup.
There was a lot of stuff that I didn't do because I was committed to that, and realizing,
what you're giving up,
narcissistic behaviors, and
Well, we talked about this on an episode that's already come out where we talked about how whenever I was married, my ex-husband created this atmosphere for me where I was, always worried about him judging me, and it put me in a little box, and I couldn't come out of the box forever. I didn't even know I was in the box, but I was in it.
I didn't know there was a box.
Tight. What is this?
Where's the box?
And I mean, I hit 30, and I was like, I'm getting a little fat for this box, and I got to get out. And and you've got to. You're suffocating.
As Southern women, I think that we are born and we are raised to. You please your man. You bring him a sweet tea. You get him his plate. All the shit that a sweet Southern woman's supposed to do. And then you realize, well, it's never gonna be enough. I don't know. It's never gonna be enough. And I want me back. And I don't feel guilty about being a mother who goes off and does this career, and I'm going to be gone for a minute when we start touring, and I don't feel guilty at all. I mean, we'll work it out. So.
Well, kids want to see their parents happy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's more important their parents. Yeah. And so, like with my kids, the younger two didn't understand. They didn't remember us being married. Mm-hmm. I mean, we separated when my baby was like 1. I mean, like he was a baby.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
I guess I lived it too. She was like, what, 5?
Yeah. And so they, those two have no memory of us being married. And so they had a lot of questions for a while. Like it was just very foreign to them. They just can't even fathom us married, first off, because we're so nothing alike. And
they didn't get to see any of that the first saw. That like we actually were in love when Rip was born, and everything was smooth and like magical.
Yeah.
And the second one, right. Never got to experience any of that.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Aww. And so I'm not going to say anything was ever magical, but but it's weird when you don't remember. Now, I don't remember my parents being married.
Yeah.
But there weren't any kids before me that do, because my brother and I both don't remember it.
Yeah.
We remembered visiting our dad.
Yeah.
And that was cool. Long as I can remember, my stepmom was there.
I love your dad. Yeah,
my dad
was pretty cool.
He's a big old hippie.
He's wonderful.
We got along great.
He's a handful. He's really funny. Y'all think Erika cusses?
Oh, I love.
Let's get your dad on here.
Oh my God, I couldn't. He would incriminate himself.
We just sit around with our shirts off and our bellies hanging out, drinking beer, cussing. That's what we do.
Yeah, that's my dad. There'd probably be a bong around there somewhere.
Yeah.
My daughter came home. First off, he did one of those things on Facebook today. He has to listen to this episode because this is funny. He did one of those things on Facebook today. He's very active on Facebook, and so am I. So who am I to talk? And so he posts one of those things where you put like a check for things you've done.
Yeah.
And it's like 20 things. My dad had done all but I think 1, and I'm talking.
What kind of shit? Yeah,
crazy.
What?
I mean, some wasn't as exciting. Been arrested and
stolen a cop car.
Check. He's just done a bunch of stuff.
Got married in Vegas.
Check.
I mean, he's done a bunch. I did find it funny. He put he was married 3 times, but only proposed twice.
Oh.
And I was like, I wonder which one he didn't propose to.
That's interesting.
I got to ask him that.
Is this last?
No, that's another story.
Hey,
there was a quick.
We'll talk about that later.
That one doesn't count.
Write that down.
She gone.
That's your title. We'll talk about that later.
That's a whole segment.
Show. This is a podcast.
I know, that's a whole segment.
We'll talk about that later.
We can't talk about that on there.
Yeah, well,
that's after hours.
Zoe went off to college, right? And her and my dad are super duper close, like stupid close. And so she goes off to college, and she comes home the summer after her first freshman year of college, and she has her friends from high school met her over there at my dad's house to go swimming. And so they all go over there, go swimming, and one of her guy friends is there, and it's this adorable gay kid, and I just love him. And he goes into my dad's bathroom to change, and he comes out and he tells Zoe, there is a bag
of
weed.
Dicks. Of weed.
Just laying out in your dad's bathroom.
Oh God.
And I wouldn't put this out there if my dad tried to hide it.
Yeah.
It's very open, and he's a big hippie, and so he was like, oh my God. And she was like, yeah, I know. Did you notice the bong above the fireplace that he just told me was a vase? Because she goes, oh, Granddaddy, I like your, what's going on here? And he was like, oh, new vase. She goes, it's weird how much it looks like a bong.
Just got to get some flowers for it, It's brand new.
Sitting right next to my stepmom's ashes. Like, she would find humor in it too. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He's a character, man. That man is quite entertaining. I don't remember my parents married, and I can't fathom them married.
When did they get divorced?
They were separated when I was conceived.
Oh shit!
Surprise!
Oops.
That was going well.
I know, but I think they tried to work it out maybe slightly longer.
Yeah. Obviously, they tried something.
But at that point in my dad's life, he was in the industry of moving goods from Mexico to Texas.
Party! Dang, we're gonna party!
I really love how you just worded that.
He was a
coming over.
And so he's so ridiculous. I could tell so many stories just about my dad.
We'll talk about that later too.
Yeah, some of it. I just thought about one I want to tell, but I can't because that could incriminate him. It's really funny.
That's gonna send him to.
Well,
the
my
pen.
parents are still married.
Oh.
Been married my whole life, and I've never even heard them argue.
Yeah,
so.
my dad's dead.
Well,
I'm just playing. I mean, no, he is, but I'm kidding. It's all right. It's cool.
You just took my really good thing and just
wanted to
killed
bust,
it.
I wanted to bust your bubble.
there's
well,
another
thanks a lot.
song. Oh yeah, my dad's dead.
Now, listen,
yeah.
Okay, so time out. Darla and I have been writing this stuff lately. We got a San Saba song.
San Saba.
Whatever.
She always says it like that. I think she does it on purpose.
I think she likes it better.
Yeah,
Tomatoes.
She's like,
tomatoes,
this is the way it
ladies.
should be said.
Tomato.
It's actually correctly pronounced. It's San Saba.
Hang on, I
You
got
nailed it. Good.
I know.
You
I've been
got
working on it.
San Saba. You
I don't want to like stick
sweaty
out when we
balls.
go down there, you know?
You sounded just like my cousin Zane, man.
Yeah.
She talks like this. It's awesome.
So she wrote when we were down there, and I could play a little for you because I got it right here.
do it.
She wrote a song called Bonnie 8, and of course we're drunker than Cooter
Aw.
Brown. Drunker than Cooter Brown. on this.
Bonnie is my sister-in-law,
But you got to hear this for 2 seconds.
Queen of the
'cause
cabin.
feral woman.
She doesn't wear shoes.
That's a good song.
She picks up
Feral
rattlesnakes.
woman.
She really does.
She eats live scorpions.
Yes, she'll
and-
bite. She'll pick the tail off and, then eat
'em.
it.
See the crickets? We're on the front porch.
love it.
I'm not even kidding. You hear the crickets?
Just like the cabin.
Help me out, girl.
Help me out, girl.
Oh,
what?
Sure do love it when these girls come around. There's no better time that I can find. I can be myself and I can let it all hang out. That's why I love to go south.
Oh, I love it so much already.
I mean, and that was us fucked up on that front porch. Which anybody who's been to San Saba knows that front porch.
Oh, yeah.
The stoop elite. That
Was
is
that
like,
on our porch? Did you record that on our porch?
is a fat dog heavy?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we recorded on that
Yeah,
front porch.
That's so amazing.
If y'all want to see pictures of the porch, there are plenty on my Instagram. I'll repost a few so
Well,
you can see them.
If you want to VRBO that place, it'll cost.
Yeah.
Listen.
Next
we'll
summer
talk
we'll
about
have it
that
up and
next
going.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
300 a night.
I like how you're just wheeling and dealing.
Goes up every time.
Every
Calls
time you
Zeta.
ask.
For another 500 a night, we will come and entertain you.
Yeah.
And for 50 extra, the wife can watch. I'm kidding.
No, you're
It's
not.
100. Yeah, you know what? I haven't drank in 4 weeks, and I just had a cute little TX bourbon on the rocks.
How'd that go down?
Holy shit! Let's wrap this stuff and go.
She's ready to go.
But
She's
yeah,
ready to drink.
I think I needed that break. It's nice.
Yeah.
And the air kicked on.
The
Yeah,
air
it
did kick
did.
on. She came in here and was going to die over the heat.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
Did you
I
just
wouldn't
hear
say-
it turn on?
yeah. Doesn't like us.
It heard you.
Thanks for
It heard
saying
you.
something, Erica.
Jinxed it.
So I'll tell you something I thought about today. I was, I didn't just think of it. I was having this conversation with someone, but I was talking about what I've been doing around the house. And what I've been doing around the house is just literally going through every nook and cranny, purging, cleaning, organizing, whatever.
I love it.
So, and it's taking me, I feel like I should be a lot further along. I didn't know my house had so
You
much
gotta go
random
through it. You gotta
shit in
reminisce.
it.
You gotta have nostalgia, right?
Right.
No?
Well, yes, but here's the real problem. I've got something wrong with me, and so
Amen.
No.
true story. And I like to avoid things in life. So I'm the queen of, I don't want to deal with it at that moment. I'm going to put it to the side, but I don't want it to be messy.
It's called compartmentalizing.
Yes, there you go. Kelly talks about it all the time.
Queens.
So I like to compartmentalize random
best
things.
of 'em.
And so what I'll do is I'll have a shoe box because I'm always buying shoes and stuff. So there'll be a random shoe box or boot box or something. And before you know it, it has a bunch of stupid shit in it. Like, I don't even know what it is.
Junk drawer
It'll
stuff,
be like, yes, I have a bunch of junk boxes, I guess. And it'll be like things I thought I need. I don't know.
Passes.
And then I never see it again until maybe 10 years later when I move again. And then I'm like, oh, here it is.
junk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when I moved into this house 3 years ago, I put a bunch of that stuff in the garage.
Miscellaneous.
And the goal was to move it from the garage into the house one box at a time and sort it. But I've not ever done that because immediately after moving into the house, COVID hit. And all my kids came home and there wasn't room to move, much less mess things up.
Yeah.
So I hadn't done it. And so fast forward to 3 years later, and now I'm trying to do it. So I've been doing these boxes. So I say to my friend, I'm like, at work, and I'm like, I don't know what that says about me, that I have all these weird things in boxes. And I'm talking like stupid, like I can't even
I know.
comb.
We all have those same boxes.
One earring that maybe I'll find it again in another one of these
throw it away.
boxes.
See, I'm like the exact opposite. I love throwing things away.
Well,
it gives me
I
so
do
much
too.
pleasure to just. I don't have those boxes. Like and I move so often. I move every 2 years.
You just leave it.
So, and I do it on purpose because it helps me not get rooted somewhere, not get too much crap, and like
I know. I'm so far past
throw
that.
stuff away all the time.
And we're gonna talk about that later too.
I love it.
Well, and every time
Dissect that.
somebody passes away, and I've lost a number of very close family members the last few
And
years.
you keep not remembering shit.
No, I keep inheriting shit.
Well, that's what I'm
And then
saying.
I got to find a
well.
place to put it. And then you feel guilty. Like, I can't throw away
I know.
grandma's whatever it is. And our mom's whatever it is. You know what I mean? And so then I'm like, no, I can't. And then
Yeah,
a few
you
years,
can.
can.
later, I'm like, no, I can throw this away. Like, I just have
I'm
to
tired.
I got to get through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a process.
And so that's what I was doing. And so I feel like this is a really like good step in my life that I'm cleaning out some of these boxes. Now, are they taking forever? Yes, they are.
It's okay.
I will tell you what I discovered in one of these boxes.
Oh shh.
No, it's not bad. It's stupid.
Oh.
I've been going on the bedding saga. We talked about this bedding
Yeah,
saga.
it's ongoing.
Rick moved in and brought his damn camo bedding.
Camo.
The man's house was dead animals and camo. So I go for the weekend to my cousin or to my niece's wedding, and when I go to my niece's wedding, I go the day before him because I have to. I'm in the wedding, so I had to be there for the rehearsal and stuff. So he comes the next morning, and so during that night, he moved his bed in and moved my bed downstairs to my son's room. We had already talked about it, so we're working through this. And I like my bed better, but his is a lot nicer and newer. And so he goes and puts it up, and he just thought it'd be funny and put the camo bedding on it because he knew I didn't want it, and he just thought it'd be funny. Well,
Was it clean?
yeah, He's real
Okay,
clean.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, and so but my bedroom was so beautiful, and so I'm redoing the bedroom to be less girl because you know how girly it is, and I purposely made a really
Perfect.
and I purposely had a really girly bedroom because I knew it was probably my last girly bedroom I could have. You know, you got to be fair. I don't want camo any more than he wanted my
That's
peacocks.
a great house, though. I mean, it's a
cool house.
lived-in, homey house.
Yeah. And so he goes. So I've been trying to find new bedding. I pick up a color scheme. Kelly and I go shopping. Yeah, I know. So, but I've got new. And so then I've bought 2 blankets since then for this, and both have not made the cut.
Oh.
So
What do you mean make the cut?
one thing or another did not work out. It was too thin. It was whatever.
Oh.
So I'm going through the garage this weekend, and I open up, and I've been looking at bedding. And he said I want a quilt. He particularly wanted a quilt. That's the fabric he wanted. So I wanted a certain color, and he wanted a quilt.
We have some grandma quilts laying around somewhere.
I'm going to tell you, I had that color quilt in my damn garage in a bin.
Yeah.
The perfect blanket. It matches everything we bought together. It's the perfect quilt.
Who knitted
Meant
it?
to be.
I bought it. No one did. I bought it right before I moved 3 years ago.
You do realize we're talking about fucking quilts, girls.
Yeah, this is
This is what happens.
listen,
This is what happens.
Sweaty balls.
and quilts. You know how they get sweaty? Because they're in
This
quilts.
is a quilt too thick.
Just saying. Anyways, it was in the box, and I was like, holy shit, I had the damn blanket in the garage the whole time, and I didn't even know it. What else is in these boxes? So then I start going through more boxes, and I keep finding more things that I forgot existed. So do I need them?
No.
No. You know.
Do you want to still keep them? Probably.
Yeah, I will. No, I got rid of a bunch of stuff this weekend. I really was like purging. I did a good job. Now, did I finish? No.
That's not the point.
But I did purge really good. Got a lot of stuff. I hauled off all kinds of stuff. So maybe in about 3 more years I'll finish.
Yeah.
Or I'll move.
Yeah.
It could go either way
See,
at this
it's a
point.
journey. We're all
It is all
a journey.
We are all on a journey. Eric's over there. We got Eric in the studio with us.
Eric. He's so quiet. Eric, say hi.
Hello, y'all.
Hello.
It's deeper than me.
I like it.
Eric is our music guy, our sound guy. I don't know what your
I'm just
official
kidding. That was
title
me.
is.
I'm Eric.
Erica.
We got Eric and Eric. I do have a bassy voice, but when I sing, it's not so bassy. I mean, it is.
I don't know what you know. What
I got a wide range, man.
I was telling someone the other day, about your song being at the beginning of the podcast, and I was telling them, they need to listen to it and the video, blah blah blah. And so when I was doing that, they were like, "Well, what's the genre? Is it country?" And I was like,
It's Americana.
"There you go."
That's what you. Yeah.
And you know why it's Americana? Because there's steel in it.
There you go.
We put some fiddle and steel and made it Americana. So the branding is
That's smart. Yeah.
we're Americana.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've learned so much in this past week.
Yeah. Well, and just the songs themselves, I love. My personal favorite song is "Gas and Fire." You know, I love that song.
Yeah.
It's stupid how much I love this song.
Well, that one was a time when
It's such a good song. The songwriting, the lyrics, it tells a beautiful story, even if it's not a happy story necessarily, but it's beautifully told.
Yes.
And
Most
it's a
of them are true.
storytelling, and I like storytelling songs. I am a storyteller, like Corb Lund.
Yeah.
I love Corb Lund because he tells a damn good story. He's a Canadian country singer, and he is a country poet.
Oh.
And he does a song with Hayes Carl. Do you know Hayes Carl?
I know Hayes Carl.
Okay, he does a song with. Are you familiar with Corb Lund? Oh man, y'all gotta listen to Corb Lund. He's a great storyteller.
Of Coulter Wall.
No, yeah. Oh, I like his music too.
He's like in his 20s.
Yeah,
That big old voice.
I know, isn't that
20s.
crazy?
Crazy.
But Corb tells stories, and he's a poet. That's what he started off as, a cowboy poet, and then he started turning them into songs, and they tell beautiful stories. Yeah. And that's your music to me tells a story. So the whole time I'm listening to it, I have a vision in my head, and it's not even like I'm
You have
seeing
your own video.
It's not even a video as much as just excerpts of my life.
Yeah.
Like I'm putting myself into it.
I think that's what this is. This album is relatable to women, really all shapes and sizes and ages and whatever you've gone through, just the struggles.
Yeah.
The struggles of women.
Well, it's beautifully told.
Oh.
It is.
It is very, very beautifully told. I wouldn't have I wouldn't have put your song on there if I didn't love it so much.
Well, it's, that song actually was in a movie. I don't know if I'm not supposed to, I don't know if I'm okay to plug it yet, but it's called Tonic.
We're just going to go ahead and do it.
Hey, we just ripped that Band-Aid off. It's a movie called Tonic, and they used it in the soundtrack. So
Look at you. That song's getting it.
you know what? If that's where I'm headed, we want to do movies, and
Yeah.
we're going to do festivals too. So
Yeah. Keep them busy.
yeah.
Staying busy.
We'll just keep it coming, man. It's a journey.
Well, everyone
so
needs,
in it.
all the locals need to come out to Union 28 in Midlothian.
Union 28 in Midlothian, yes.
November 5th.
Please. Ellis County, Bound,
Yeah.
which is also a new song.
Yes. I'm excited for Ellis County Bound. That's
Yeah.
going to be a fun one.
I am
It's
also
so
That's going to be a
excited
fun
for it.
video, too.
Yeah, it is.
I can't wait for that.
Hey, by the way, we need a convertible, an old convertible for this video. So anybody out there?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, hook us up. We need it to be in Ellis County.
Yeah, that'd be even better.
Yeah.
We'll stick to our roots. We'll stick to what we know.
That's what I'm saying. Or we could sneak out of Sense and pretend like it's Ellis County, but everyone
Whatever.
knows
Hey, we need an open road. We need an open road and a new drone. We broke the other one.
Bless its heart.
Yeah,
Bless its heart.
Hope we got it fixed. Anthony, I'm calling you.
Anyway, so that's pretty much it for this week's.
Yeah.
Other than this was a little different than what we've been doing, which is good because we
Why?
because we normally it's just having segments of different conversations, and
But we're trying to bring more people in. We really like having another person in. So
Right, yeah.
thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, I'm so glad to be here.
Well, I'm so glad you're here.
I love your voices that you keep coming up with.
No, this is Erika all the time, by the way.
Yes, all the time. You never know who you're going to get.
Literally
I'm gonna do anime next. Fuck it.
all the time. She's such a big personality. That one time we met at a bar restaurant for lunch, and
Oh, here we go.
the lady knew me working and asked me if she was drunk already, and she was not drunk already.
Oh, I wasn't drunk. I was
She's
irritated.
just
at that point.
Erika. and she's loud. And so then she met her again, or, she served us, and then she met her again, and she was like, hell, no, she was just funny as hell. She just funny. I said, yeah.
Because I tipped her really,
I bet you did. I bet you did. But, yeah. But, she's just, she's a lot, which is always entertaining. And when you have women like us together, we all have big personalities.
We're big alphas.
And you either make it in the group or you don't.
Yeah.
You get pushed out.
There's only 2 that's been exiled, but oh, look who's calling. Look who's calling.
JT.
We got to wrap this up.
We got to go. We got to go. Go answer it.
Thank you so much for joining us.
And come back and listen again and subscribe and share. And
yes, please do.
Please leave a review. We are going to read some of the reviews.
Yeah.
What do y'all call this?
2 sides and the truth.
I love that's 2 sides and the truth.
We do this really cool thing where I say, remember, there's always 3 sides to every story. 2 sides and the truth.
And she tries to
You're
get me
supposed to say it with me.
can't.
You're the worst.
Well,
I told her. She
plug
doesn't
it.
believe me.
All right, try it. Let's practice it.
Okay. Remember, there are always 3 sides to every story. 2 sides and the truth. See you next time.